I am excited to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration of freedom in our nation. I have a dream.
Man, I just want to live lavish. Elegant chains around my neck so people don't think I'm average. I just want to
move, please?
like Dirk Nowitzki from the Mavericks, because when I was younger, it was all I wanted, but they told me I couldn't have it. Now let's slap.
Your teachers, because your GPA is below average. Zeros on the test won't get you zeros on a check. You're wet behind the ears. We're just barely surviving with holes in our safety net.
I mean, that's true, but did you see all the numbers, all the nice stuff Biggie had in his video? Rocking Versace, rolling around in the brains. I don't want 2 chains, I want 4. Nah, more like Forbes. I don't want to wake up in the new Bugatti, I want to own a whole lot of them. No, seriously, literally, like a whole lot of them. Not just Bugattis, but Jaguars, Ferraris, Bentleys, and Maseratis. Don't even approach me if the credit score is shot.
See, that's the mindset that set us in this situation. You want dessert, but we're living in a food desert where the local bar will help us die. Lavish, we need to provide. Diamond chains won't stop the tears that swell in your children's eyes.
I have a dream that every valley shall be exalted, that every mountain and hill will be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places should be made straight.
I'm just saying, taking ambition over derision. I'm trying to make the right decision, but every course I seem to take ends in crash collisions with caskets. Hearses bursting with untold stories and verses, and we sing the same solemn songs that want me to hold on. But I'm cute, on the rooftop trying to let that bishop slip. Mentally I haven't fell off the cliff, despite the sweat and blood that drips.
Yo, Jude, that's my favorite flick. You gotta have the power where the deuce goes. Clip.
Almost slipped over every hurdle I've hopped, because they caught it in black-coated barbed wires. And when my feet hit the ground, I'm stopped and frisked. Black and Latino fit the description, since the quota must be met. Who is next? A child? I've been Facebook and racially profiled, but no one read my bio.
I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
We are all characters, trying to break barriers and become author, because the author and the finisher of my fate intended more for my life. I wasn't meant to play, I was meant to write. In spite of what you see, don't judge a book by its cover.
In the cover of the night, cast tight. I fit the script in the hoodie. Cotton spotlights that line, I won't read your lines.
Go Pete.
I flipped the script in several times, so does that mean that I need a suit and tie to prove I don't commit crimes? Not all crimes are committed in the cover of the night. Some of the coldest criminals rock collars that are white.
There are too many black men ending up in the state pen instead of Penn State, and it makes me irate because I find that our state of mind is tied to hundreds of years of fear. Fear of our own potential for greatness. And you can neither dispute nor debate this is the root of our division as a people. After so many years of it being taken away, we fear success. We sell ourselves short so that if we fall down, it won't hurt as much when we hit the ground, running so much that we forgot that we could fly. We're living a lie. Living our lives as if we had already died. Got your chin in your chest when you should have your head held high. And why? Because you should always watch where you're going. We keep our eyes to the sky because we're a race on the rise, so we need to cut these soul ties. Because in the end, it will only be our demise.
Even when a rose grows from concrete, they spray pesticides, make my petals die like I'm a weed. Clouded in blue dreams. Yeah, I have a dream, but I see my nightmares as others' realities. My degenerate generation isn't as detached as you think. There's plenty of us who don't just hear the words but understand the meaning within MLK's speech, and we try to speak. But it's much easier to fall into the crowd that follows the surrounding sounds.
Go to Grey Goose, kush in the bathroom, bottles pop, make it drop, snapbacks and tattoos.
Stagnant and a loss of passion in our eyes. We need to fight for our own dreams. They're trying to take away the right to vote for those with no income. The common class, common caste system. Those who had are started and not having. Have-nots only have hope in the hand and the others reaching for work. Where that hope turns into a teenage girl that twerks. No. Where that hope turns into that girl going to college to become a nurse, or better yet, a doctor. See, that's what we should be doing instead of pulling our arms to see who's lighter and who's darker. I'm the leader of my life, leader of my rights as I right my wrongs and wipe away my past and create a new path for people in places where not even the pennies in the streets can keep their heads up. I'm gonna help them get up and march with footsteps so heavy with success that the pennies heads flip up. We need to stop pleading guilty to alleviate charges. It just leads to more disenfranchisement and more slaves. It's my dream is to wipe this all away.
I once had a dream, but then I woke up. I stopped biting my tongue and digesting my words, and I spoke up. This change doesn't make me any more of a man than I already am. All this ice got me feeling kind of isolated from common sense. And it seems like stupidity has become common sense, it became a trend and got easier to blend in with everyday life. Why do you think they call it watches and chains anyway? Because they watch as you chain your mind down and lose focus of the real matter. So you can have it. Because swag won't pay bills and put food in my kids' mouth. So all that glitters ain't gold. At least that's what I was told. So I'm not going to follow the instructions that society gave me on how a black man should live. I'm not going to derail my train of thought and switch it to a track that you would like me to, bring it straight into mental slavery, degrading. I think it's time for bravery and step out of the customary illustrations that they gave me. Just wait and see. I don't need big jewelry that's going to make my collar flip. My new dream is getting into college on a full-ride scholarship. I'm not out to get more. I'm throwing away my mask. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I am free at last.
And we give in abundance to this nation patiently waiting for compensation. We passed acts and made so many transactions that our connection with the dream is no longer intact. Think back to our origins, a place from which we strayed. Remember, we passed bills to make change but were ripped off or given a counterfeit because apparently we didn't counsel fit in, we were given blood money. And due to our excessive spending, black bloods bankrupt, our blood banks ruptured and gave this heart an attack which was hard to come back from, but somehow we did it. Then when finally given our proverbial 40 acres and a mule, we allowed ourselves to be fueled by racist hatred towards one another over time. We become our own worst enemy. So ask yourself this question: do you really want to be free? Because I think that these words were taken out of context. Let freedom ring doesn't mean play phone tag. Flirt with Lady Liberty, then decide not to call back. Ignore the color of your skin, then pull the race card as a fallback. Light skin or dark skin, it doesn't matter. We're all black. And that's how the world is going to see whether or not you want to be called that. So let's all take off our masks and say, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.